The annual mission focus of the Alliance is called the Jaffray Offering, after an early Alliance missionary named Robert Jaffray. He lived from 1873 to 1945. He was bold, ambitious, stubborn, ahead of his time, but most of all, he was faithful to the calling he felt from Jesus. Robert Jaffray was set for life. His father was a senator and owned the Toronto Globe, the leading Canadian newspaper at the time, forerunner to the Globe and Mail. He intended his son Robert to become CEO and inherit his empire of power, privilege, and wealth. But at the age of 16, Robert Jaffray encountered Jesus. He converted to Christianity and dedicated his life to missions. And his father was furious and refused to support him. Undeterred, Jaffray pursued missionary training and moved to China, where he planted churches and empowered local Christians to lead them. His vision of an independent, autonomous, self-leading, missionary-sending Chinese church was revolutionary for his time. And as East Asia destabilized due to political upheaval and war, he moved around, refusing to leave, sharing the gospel wherever he went: China, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. He had a standing invitation from his father to cover any expenses if he gave up his life of missions and returned to the newspaper business. And even when the Alliance invited him to return home and serve as a vice president, Jaffray declined and instead requested funds to start missions in Borneo. And when the denomination couldn't provide the necessary funds due to the Great Depression, Jaffray declared his intention to go to Borneo with or without funding, reminiscent of when he left his father's house so many years before. He had every opportunity to give up, come home, and live a life of privilege. And he didn't. He remained in Asia, despite the outbreak of World War II, and died in a Japanese prison camp. He was faithful to the end. And like Robert Jaffray, we believe in the power of the gospel to transform darkness into light. We believe in partnership and empowering local believers, and we have an unwavering commitment to missions and making Jesus known. Would you join us in our efforts, prayerfully and financially, to bring the good news where Jesus is not yet known through your giving to the Jaffray Offering?